Good evening. This is our last video, which may contribute in your oral examinations. So, this video we have that is on stiffeners, that is for welded pet girders. Now you have to also see the different tables which are we have from around 1 to 14, which we are using in our design. So where and why are stiffeners provided in plate girders? So stiffeners are provided to web, and these are provided to strengthen the web plate against buckling. Which are different types of stiffeners provided to web? So we have generally two types of stiffeners provided. One that is transverse stiffeners, vertical stiffeners, and these again we have load bearing and end bearing stiffeners under this. Load bearing and end bearing. So these also are known as vertical, but we have separate design for these two. These two means we have same for these two. This is at support, and load bearing we have under concentrated load. So this is under concentrated load. Under concentrated load. So we have these are the stiffeners in transverse direction, and in longitudinal direction we have that is horizontal stiffeners. So we have these as horizontal stiffeners. Then what are the locations of the stiffeners? So vertical stiffeners we have in transverse direction and provided uniformly throughout the length at a certain spacing. So we are going to provide at a certain spacing. It may be on both sides or it may be provided alternately. Longitudinal stiffeners are provided along the length, that longitudinal, or you can see horizontal stiffener. So first we are going to be at point 2D, and D is the distance between the compression flange to the neutral axis, and second we are going to provide at neutral axis. What is the criteria for design of transverse stiffener? So 8.7.2.4, this is used for minimum vertical stiffeners, that is transverse stiffener, to strengthen the web. And for this one, we have this criteria. If C by D is greater than or equal to 2, where C is the spacing of stiffener, then we have to provide stiffeners IS greater than or equal to 0.75 D TW cube. D we have depth of web, and TW we have thickness of web. And if C by D is less than 2, then we have IS greater than or equal to 1.5 D cube T cube upon C square. What is criteria for outstand of web stiffener? So outstand of web stiffener we have 14, maximum we are 20 T cube. We are going to consider actually length or outstand as 14 TQ epsilon, and where TQ is the thickness of the stiffener. What is the criteria for design of horizontal stiffener at point 2D? So that is given so here it is mentioned 1/5 of the distance from the compression flange uh, plate or tongue plate to the neutral axis when the thickness of the web is less than the limits, and the stiffener shall be designed so as IS is not less than. So we have this will be IS greater than or equal to 4C TW cube. And for that one, we are going to design this uh, stiffener. And then we have another stiffener which we are going to be at neutral axis, and that we have here it is mentioned IS should be greater than or equal to D2 TW cube, and this D2 is the twice the clear distance from compression flange angles or plates or tongue plates to the neutral axis. So this is twice of the distance between the compression flange to the neutral axis. What is the clause for design of bearing stiffener? So 8.7.5.2, from this we can find value of AQ, because we have this value, that is the reaction, because here it is mentioned as external load or reaction, and from this we are going to get AQ, and we have that is outstand as 14 TQ, and then we are going to consider 14 TQ into TQ. This will be area of stiffener, and from this we are going to design this bearing stiffener or load bearing stiffener. Why is curtailment preferred in plate girder? Now, if we will go to the bending moment diagram of any beam or plate girder, then we have bending moment diagram in this way. So your bending moment reduces towards the support, and thickness of the uh, flange plate requirement towards the supports also reduces, and therefore we are going to curtail the plates toward the support, and so that our welded plate girder or any girder becomes economical. And for that, when we are going to provide a curtailment to the plate, actually this is for your last question. And then we have which clause is used for design of connection between web and stiffness. So we have 8.7.2.6, which is used to design the connection between the web and flange, and then it is given a shear between each component. So we have this will be tau r, and that is equal to tw square upon 5 bs, and this is in Newton per millimeter. So kilonewton per millimeter. So we have kilonewton per millimeter, and for this much shear we have to provide weld. Now, how we are going to provide wealth, that already you have gone through it. So just see the design of welded plate girder or connection of this welded plate girder, how we will go for this, and then you are in position to answer this. So go to all tables of IS code so that you are going to get other criterias. That is table 1, we have properties. And then you can go to table 2, we have that is plastic section, classification of section, which depends upon B upon TF and D upon TW. So for beams we have B equal to BF upon 2. So these just you have to see the tables once. Third we have for slenderness ratio, then fourth we have partial safety factor for materials, fifth we have that is gamma mo, gamma mb, all these value we will get from there. Then fifth we have that is for partial safety factor, that is for loads. Then sixth we have that is deflection limit. Then seventh imperfection factor. Then eighth abcd we have that is for reduction factor. Nine abcd table we have that is for fcd value. Table 10 we have that is for buckling class. Table 11 we have that is effective length. And likewise we have this table 12 we have for k1 k2 k3 values, that is for your single angle section. Then 13a and 13b we have for fbd. 14 table 14 we have that is for fcrb, that is critical stress. So just see this table, go through this table, so you are in position to answer for these. So we will stop here only. All the best for your oral examination. Thank you.